Hey everybody, this is Yafravan. Gonna do a devlog today. Talk to you about AI bot progress. In some cases, lack of progress or lack of what feels like progress. And I'm just gonna kind of walk you through some of what I've been doing. This is a little different from other videos, as I don't necessarily have something big to show you and say, "Hey, look, I have this thing here. Look at this progress. Look at what we've done." It's a bit more muddied than that. So I just started a fresh crop of bots over here in AI bots. You can see all the bots that I've added. And if we click on, say, this bot, a Maix, this is the old view that I had already built from before with a small little change where it shows you what quest he's working on right now, what the objective is, who it accepts, who it turns in from. You also get a little details button that'll show you currently what quest they've already completed and what they currently have in their current batch. When we go over to the live view, this has a constant stream live log of what's going on, refreshed every few seconds, so that I can try and better understand what he's working on. Let's do a little follow along here. I'm going to jump in game and we'll go ahead and take a look see. So let's go find him, and he's working on wolf meat. So you do a GPS coordinates -187. Oh, come on. Okay, human warlock, got that far. Everybody else having fun, looking for meat, competing. No. There we go. Okay, cool. So she just killed somebody. Now, probably looking for another wolf. So what's happening there is the, C++ is scanning the area, and it opens in an ever increasing ring. And if there's nothing found nearby, then the bots turn and kill other creatures so that they reset an internal timer. As basically for every quest, what I've done this refactor is once they have an objective, that objective has a timeout once they've reached kind of the coordinates. But if the mobs aren't available because other people are farming them, then at that point killing other mobs resets that timer. But if they're just standing in place doing nothing for say a few minutes, at some point they're going to shelve that quest for 30 minutes to an hour and come back to it, so that we're not kind of freezing the bot. Let me jump back to the other screen so you can kind of see. But as I have multiple screens open, I'll be in game, I'll be watching the log, and part of making this better is the better I can make the logs, the better I can troubleshoot without, let's say, being able to let them run autonomously overnight. The issue is oftentimes the logs, give you the output that was written, but that doesn't really tell the story of what's happening. So I'm finding that some of the most useful troubleshooting I'm doing is being in game as an observer and just following the bot around to try and see, what goes right, what goes wrong. So right now you're seeing quest completed. I'll take you back in over here. Sorry, I'm following the bot. So we can see, okay, boom, I just got a level up. Again, let me jump back. You see that? Bingo. I can game. We keep following the bot's progress. So for example, what happens is I just see that Amiax, however you want to pronounce that, quest interact fail. So came back, tried to pick something up from Deputy Willem. Why it got shelved, I don't know. But you're going to see that this is no progress. It's a counter going on here. So let's say this is a mini bug, but these mini bugs are overridden by, if we sit here for 120 seconds, we should expect that we're going to have a new event or a new task be picked and it's going to refire. So go back in game. While we keep talking, we'll wait for a second and we'll see what happens when those 120 seconds are up. Priestess that is flying midair. And this is a different problem, whereby the bots sometimes can move into non-existent paths, and I'm not really sure how to fix it yet, so it is what it is. If we go back to the display, you'll see that she had jumped into grinding for a moment, as since she hasn't yet decided what to do, she's in grinding mode, although grinding mode isn't exactly working as well as it should. But over the course of a run, whatever, once she gets back into questing, main thing I'm trying to work on now is, can the bots get to level 20? Can they get to level 30? Can they get to level 40? And can they get past micro errors just with how many hundreds, I'd say thousands of little things that can become bugs? And we have to remember that these bots don't have a preset destination or path, right? Everything they do is a query to the database to say, hey, what's available? What can I do? Prioritizing it then based on heuristics, based on personality. And then this also says, while that's not maybe today's goal, if in the future new quests are added, new zones, things of that nature, all the logic is then still valid, because we're not writing a prescription that says you go from A to Z and here's the 300 quests you do, here's the path you take, grind mobs in this area when you're at level 5 until you're level 8. This is really just, hey, try to do these things, change your mind, go do this, come back, and then maybe because you decided to go to the city for a moment, you come back into questing, you still have the same 5 quests you may have had um when you stopped moving around and doing things, but you might do them in a different order now because you're geographically in a different location, right? And that again ends up giving a just a different run, right? A different run to each bot, just different order of things, different way things happen. So yeah, apologies that I don't have anything more exciting to share, just a whole lot of talking. But unless you guys want to watch me sit here and sift through code and more logs and try to understand, just show you what I'm doing, I suppose, to build this, then this is really all I got for you today. You know, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully in 2 weeks' time, I can share a post and a video that says, hey, look, I got my first spots to level 60. Thank you for watching.